What's going on, it's your boy JT and welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings. This is of course go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds United, and we have a little talk about it. And I don't know when you might be watching this. This is going to come out a couple of hours before the stream, but if not, if it is 8 o'clock and Leeds are playing Everton right now, we will be live on the channel, so make sure you go and join that live stream after you finish this video. But before we do get into the live stream, there is a few things that we need to talk about. Most importantly being Pascal Struijk. That is right, Leeds United are attracting interest from Villarreal for Pascal Struijk. He is rated at £30 million, and according to the Football Insider, Villarreal are plotting a move to sign the Leeds centre-back ahead of the September 1st transfer deadline, which is of course at 7 PM GMT. The Spanish club have registered their interest in the centre-back and have made an initial approach to Leeds United. The Whites' response on whether they are willing to sell the defender at this stage of the transfer window is unknown. However, there are suggestions that Leeds could consider cashing in on Struijk, who has 2 years left with his contract at the club. Villarreal are looking to build a strong squad, of course, after achieving Champions League qualification. Now, do I expect Leeds United to accept this deal? No, you're damn right I don't expect them to accept this deal. Our squad is already nowhere near the finished product. We've only got over a week left in the transfer window. We need to pull our finger out quickly, make some additions, not lose some players. Makes absolutely zero sense to me letting him go. If we do, I will be absolutely bemused, especially when we talk about some of the signings we're about to make. It would be a shocking one for me, but there is interest in Struijk, so definitely keep your eye open and see how much game time he gets in the next week. Now, speaking of those aforementioned signings that we do need, the one Leeds United are still chasing is Christantus Uche, who we spoke about a month ago now, and it was very faint links. Leeds weren't really too interested in him. Then after that, it's all been about Bilal El Khannouss over the past few weeks, and I cannot believe that thing seems to be off the table now after the past 2 weeks that we've had. And Christantus Uche is now the man back on Leeds United's radar. According to the Spanish program Carrusel Deportivo, Leeds United are one of the few clubs still in the race to sign the midfielder this summer. The Whites are not the only player chasing him, and it has been claimed that Uche is a top target for Brentford in the ongoing transfer market. He does have a £22 million release clause, as we already knew, and it is someone who we could pick up for a decent fee regarding that, especially because Noah Okafor, who we're going to look at, is going to cost us around 20, meaning that we would still have a potential 20, 30, 40 million to splash on a striker after buying a number 10 and a winger, if it was these two in question. Now, originally I wasn't a fan. I didn't think that he was an out-and-out number 10, a creator, someone in that Pablo Hernandez role. He was too versatile. He could play across the front line. He wasn't that slow, the game down kind of creator, and he still isn't. He hasn't transformed over that into that over the past few weeks. He is still that same player, and it's one that, again, it does leave you a little bit disappointed as Leeds fans. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but being linked with Muniz, Pajau and El Khannouss and ending up with Okafor, DCL and Christantus Uche just seems like a huge letdown. Maybe I'm being a little bit too pessimistic there, but that just seems like a bit of a letdown to me. But let me know what you guys think about that one. Would you be happy with Uche? There are definitely stories linking Leeds United to Uche, and we'll have to see how this game against Everton goes today and see if Leeds United are forced to pull our finger out in the transfer window. Now, according to Mick Brown via the Football Insider, there is also a very good chance that Illan Meslier returns to Lorient this summer, as Leeds United are asking for £5 million to sell him. Leeds are still looking to get rid of Meslier. There are a few clubs in France who are lining up offers, and that is a move that he would like because he would like to go back to Ligue 1. His positions at Leeds have been in serious doubt for a while, and the manager doesn't trust him. He's made far too many errors, he says. I disagree. Listen, mate. I think the manager has issues with him. Does he fully trust him? I don't know. Did the defence fully trust him? I can't speak for those parties involved. I think he did make a few really, really bad errors. But to say he was just, you know, filled with errors every single game, I think would be far from the truth. The guy actually kept us in a lot of games this year, but at the same time, did make some really cataclysmic errors in there, which were things that you would definitely look at years to come and pinpoint those moments in your head. But he is going to be going, and it does seem like Lorient is the place that he will be going, back to where he was before Leeds United signed him. I wish him all the best in his future endeavours. Now, someone who I wish all the best on a personal terms, but on a footballing basis, you know, because he's going to be competing against us, I can't really wish him the best. It is Bilal El Khannouss, who has told Leicester City that, you know what, I've been teasing Leeds for the past 2 weeks, but they can go do one, mate. Eze, get him off to Spurs and let me go over there and replace him. He has told Leicester that he wants to join Crystal Palace. Leicester want £30 million for him, which was his relegation clause, which has now expired. Palace view El Khannouss as a replacement for Eze. Will they get their deal done? I don't know. The relegation release clause is gone, so there's actually a decent chance that he might actually end up staying at Leicester now after this whole debacle. It's a bit of a crazy one, really. Palace, I don't seem to be making any strides forward. I don't know if he'd have told Leicester, listen, mate, I'd rather go to Leeds than Palace or anywhere else, whether Leeds would have got the deal done at this point, because it seemed like we were all ready to trigger the release clause, just never really did it. And then all of a sudden, he's turned around and said he wants to go to Palace, because it's not like Leeds were getting good signs from him, good vibes, triggered the release clause, and then he turned around and said, nah, you know what, I want to go to Palace instead. That would have been a different story. Leeds never actually triggered it. Leeds never actually went in, pulled the trigger on it, and said, listen, let's bring him over. Maybe that's potentially another reason why he didn't go to Leeds. I think it is more the fact that we are newly promoted, and of course Palace have been on a hot streak of hot streaks right about now. You're going to have to presume that will end at some point, though. And Leeds United are going to miss out on him. Bit of a gutting one. Again, I haven't really spoken too much about this Palace thing with you guys, man. It is a real gutting one. Let me know what you guys think, man. How are you feeling about Leeds United right now? Obviously, this game is going to be a big one to show us where our squad's at. In a way, if we win convincingly, it might even paper over the cracks and lead the club to believe that we don't need that much that many additions to the side. But when I look at the business Sunderland are doing, and I look at their squad, I look at the fact they're about to sign Lasimi at centre-back, their squad is starting to look better than ours. Their business is looking better than ours. They're looking more convincing. They're putting more money on the table. Yes, we are hamstrung by PSR more than they are. But they're just looking like the real deal. They're looking like a proper outfit right now. They just went and won 3-0 in their opening week. And Leeds United are just toying around and getting fiddled with by every single person that we try and sign. Now, the next person we're going to be talking about is, of course, this guy here, Mr. Isaac Schmidt. And Werder Bremen are apparently stepping up their pursuit for him. And the German club have a hope of sealing a transfer soon. And this is coming by way of Deutsche Stube, who are reporting that the Bundesliga side are pushing to complete the deal as soon as possible as cover for Vober's injury, who of course is another Leeds United player who we have shipped over to Werder Bremen. Very, very interesting. They signed one of our players. He's got injured. So now they're signing another one of our players who couldn't get into the side to fill that void that injured player has left. There's a bit of a crazy one going on there, but nowhere near as crazy as this story right here. And that is that Leeds United are tipped to make a shock signing again of Rasmus Hojlund. We spoke about this the other day, and it was just as baffling then as it is now. In fact, we didn't speak about this the other day. I was reading about it. We didn't actually speak about it. I'm being a bit delulu here. And my first thought reading that story was, this is a load of hogwash. This is just a way of people stretching the story. And that is exactly what it is. There is no actual links. He would set to cost around £35 million. Far better options we could get for that kind of money. Are you kidding me? Fulham are apparently keen on the move as well, but his wages are ludicrously high. He's being touted around to join a lot of newly promoted sides, a lot of ambling around Premier League sides. I don't see anyone making this deal, man. He's on too much money. He is not that caliber of player. He's not even worth 20 million, let alone 35 million. Absolutely ludicrous story. Let's move swiftly on to this one. To the big story of the day, which is, of course, Noah Okafor, who we have delved into a little bit over the weeks. We've looked at his stats, we've looked at his positions, we've looked at his take-ons, we've looked at his goals, his assists. And it does seem like this is the man Leeds are going to get. So walk with me, talk with me. Noah Okafor, what are you feeling? What are you feeling? Fabrizio Romano, Leeds United are close to signing Noah Okafor from AC Milan. Understand proposal is worth over 20 million euros, has been submitted today. Contract until June 2029 plus option until 2030. Final green light is up to Okafor, then a deal can be done with Leeds United coach Daniel Farke pushing it a lot. I mean, it's just not filling me with optimism. A lot of people out there trying to tell me he's a Daniel Farke player. He's a Daniel Farke kind of signing. And yes, his numbers and his performances are a high caliber of Dan James before he came and played under Daniel Farke. And now you're seeing the improvements he's made. But Noah Okafor, he's just... he can play back up down the number 9. He's versatile. But he's not an out-and-out number 9. He can press a little bit more, which is good. He's got injury concerns. There's a lot of people in Italy right now that seriously doubt his professionalism and his attitude. Especially, apparently, when he's picked up injuries, he has a tendency to pile on a lot of weight, lose himself, lose his form, lose his momentum. He also is someone who AC Milan fans don't value that highly. When this 20 million euro fee was touted, I'm seeing a lot of AC Milan fans going, listen, mate, how the heck have we managed to fleece 20 million pounds out of you for this guy? It's just not something that's tickling me. As I said, man, to go from Pajau and the prospect of signing all of these great strikers to bringing in a DCL on a free and Noah Okafor, it just seems a little bit scattergun for me. It seems a little bit scattergun. Maybe I'm well off piece with this one. It just seems a bit scattergun. So let me know what you guys think. Am I going off record with this one, or am I kind of on the money? Please let me know your thoughts down below. For now, though, I will see you very, very soon. Out of all my brothers and my sisters.